Have you ever wondered why you were born under the sign of Libra? Could there be a greater purpose behind it? Well, know that it wasn't by chance. If you're a Libra or know someone of that sign, you need to watch this video until the end, because I'm going to reveal something that will make everything fall into place in your life. Libras didn't come to Earth just to live another ordinary existence. No, they have very specific and powerful spiritual missions they need to fulfill in this life. And look, if you don't discover what these missions are, you may be missing out on the chance to live your true purpose and achieve the inner peace you so desperately seek. I know sometimes you feel like you're here for something greater, but you can't quite pinpoint it. This feeling of incompleteness, of something missing, may be linked precisely to a lack of understanding of these sacred missions. Throughout this video, I'll show you the 10 spiritual missions every Libra came to Earth to fulfill. And I guarantee when you discover the last mission, you'll understand why so many situations have happened in your life. So stay with me until the end, because this revelation can completely change the way you see your spiritual path. Mission number 1. Bring balance to the world around you. Libras are born with an invisible balance in their soul. Seriously, since childhood, you, a Libra, have probably felt immense discomfort in the face of injustice, arguments, or any kind of imbalance. This is no coincidence. Your first spiritual mission is precisely this: to bring harmony to every environment you encounter. But be careful. I'm not just talking about avoiding conflict or pretending everything is fine when it's not. The mission goes far beyond that. You came to be the person who can see both sides of any situation. While some see only black and others only white, you can perceive all the shades of gray that exist in between. And this is a rare gift, very rare indeed. The world is full of extremes, of people radicalized in their opinions, incapable of listening to the other side. That's where you come in. Your balancing energy calms spirits, soothes tensions, and helps people find a middle ground. But be careful. This mission presents a dangerous challenge. Many Libras end up getting lost along the way, trying to please everyone and forgetting about themselves. You need to understand that bringing balance doesn't mean giving up your own peace. It doesn't mean carrying the weight of other people's conflicts on your shoulders. Your mission is to be the point of balance, not anyone's emotional punching bag. When you embrace this mission consciously, you realize that your mere presence transforms environments. Tense meetings become lighter. Heated arguments find solutions. Families in crisis begin to understand each other better. All this because you are fulfilling your purpose of being a channel of harmony on this planet. And look, the universe placed you exactly where this balance was most needed. So honor this mission, but always remember that you also deserve to be at peace. Mission number 2. Teach true love by example. Libra, you came to Earth to show people what true love means. I'm not talking about that romantic love scene in movies, full of drama and intensity. No, I'm talking about a deeper, purer, more conscious love. A love that respects, cares, and values the other without losing oneself in the process. And this is an extremely challenging mission these days. We live in a time where love has become synonymous with possession, emotional dependence, and toxic relationships disguised as passion. People confuse love with need, with fear of being alone, with emotional deprivation. But you came to show that there is another way. Your mission is to live relationships based on mutual respect, true partnership, and joint growth. You were born with an incredible ability to see the beauty in people. You can see their potential even when they themselves can't. And this is a beautiful trait, but it can also hurt you if not directed well. How many times have you given too much of yourself for someone who didn't deserve it? How many times have you tried to save someone who didn't want to be saved? Well then, it's part of your learning process to understand that loving isn't about saving anyone. Loving is about inspiring others to save themselves. Your presence, your actions, and the way you treat others with kindness and consideration are already a living lesson in what love should be. You don't need to sacrifice yourself to show love. You just need to be authentic. And when you do this, when you love in a balanced way without losing yourself in the other person, without giving up who you are, then you fulfill this mission fully. The people around you begin to awaken to a healthier love simply by observing how you relate. So continue to be that role model. Continue showing that it is possible to love without suffering, without drama, without losing your own essence. Mission number 3. Being a conflict mediator and peacemaker. If there's one thing Libras know how to do well, it's calming tempers. You have a natural talent for mediating conflicts, for making people understand each other, even when all seems lost. And this isn't luck. It's a spiritual mission you brought into this incarnation. Think about it. How many times have you been called upon to resolve problems between friends, family, or coworkers? How many times have people sought you out precisely because they know you'll listen without judgment? This happens because your soul emits a frequency of peace. People sense this even without consciously realizing it. They feel safe around you. They feel they can open up without fear of being attacked or criticized. But this mission requires great care. Being a peacemaker doesn't mean accepting everything in silence. It doesn't mean swallowing your own opinions to avoid upsetting anyone. Many Libras make this mistake. They become so focused on keeping the peace that they end up stifling their own voice. And then, ironically, they create a gigantic internal imbalance. Your mission is to bring peace, yes, but true peace, built on solid foundations of honesty and mutual respect. And to do that, sometimes you need to speak difficult truths. You need to point out mistakes. You need to take sides when the situation demands it. Peace is not the absence of conflict. Peace is the ability to navigate conflict with maturity and emerge from it stronger and more whole. When you understand this, your mission as a peacemaker takes on another level. You are not here to sweep problems under the rug. You are here to help people truly resolve their problems through dialogue, empathy, and mutual understanding. And that is transformative. Continue to be that bridge between people who cannot communicate. Continue to offer your energy of peace to tense situations. But never ever sacrifice your own truth in the process. Before continuing, if you're enjoying this content, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss future videos. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Let's spread this Libra energy around the world. Now let's move on to the next mission that will surprise you. Mission number 4. Awaken aesthetic awareness and appreciation for beauty. Libra, you came to teach people to see beauty where they don't. This is a deeply spiritual mission, though many don't realize it. We live in a world that's increasingly chaotic, uglier, and more disharmonious. People are so immersed in their daily struggles that they've forgotten to look for the beautiful things that still exist. A sunset, a flower blooming on the asphalt, a sincere smile, and you're here to remind them of this. You were born with a unique eye for aesthetics. It can be through art, music, decoration, fashion, cooking, or any other form of expression. The fact is, you have a special sensitivity to create and appreciate beauty. And this isn't superficial. It isn't frivolous. It's sacred. Beauty raises vibration. Beauty heals. Beauty connects people with something greater than themselves. When someone stands before a work of art and feels a shiver, when someone hears a song and tears flow, when someone enters a harmonious environment and feels an inexplicable peace, a spiritual experience is taking place. And you have the gift of providing these experiences. Your mission is not only to create beauty, but also to teach people to value beauty. In a world where everything is disposable, where beautiful things are considered superfluous, you come to remind us that beauty matters. That living in harmonious environments matters. That dressing in a way that makes you feel good matters. That caring for your appearance with self-love matters. Not out of vanity, but out of respect for life. So keep spreading beauty wherever you go. Keep creating more harmonious environments. Keep inspiring people with your refined aesthetic sense. Because by doing so, you are raising the collective consciousness and fulfilling one of your most important missions on this earth. Mission number 5. Develop and share the art of diplomacy. If you're a Libra, you've probably heard that you should work in diplomacy, public relations, or something similar. And do you know why? Because you have a natural gift for it. You know exactly how to say things in a way that doesn't offend anyone. You know how to defend your point of view without attacking others. You know how to negotiate without anyone losing out. This is rare. It's precious. And it's a spiritual mission you came to fulfill. The world is in need of diplomatic people. It's full of people taking offense at anything, attacking those who think differently, being aggressive in their communication. And amidst all this chaos, you emerge as a breath of civility. Your elegant way of handling differences teaches people that it's possible to disagree without being disrespectful, that it's possible to have strong opinions without being violent, that it's possible to defend your rights without trampling on the rights of others. But be careful. Being diplomatic isn't the same as being fake. Many people confuse these things. You're not here to flatter anyone or to say what others want to hear. You're here to build bridges where there are only walls, to find solutions where there are only impasses, to bring light where there is only shadow. And that takes courage, takes emotional intelligence. It takes wisdom. You need to know when to speak and when to remain silent. You need to know when to be firm and when to be flexible. You need to have the sensitivity to perceive the emotional state of those around you and adapt your communication accordingly. All of this is part of your purpose. So honor this gift. Use your diplomacy to create fair agreements, to solve complex problems, to unite people who seemed irreconcilable. Because when you do this, you're serving a cause much greater than you can imagine. You're helping to build a more harmonious world, one person at a time. Mission number 6. Fight for justice with wisdom and compassion. Libra, you have a scale in your soul, remember? And these scales won't let you rest in the face of injustice. You came to Earth with a clear mission to seek justice, but not haphazardly, not with blind rage or a desire for revenge. You came to seek justice with wisdom and compassion, and that makes all the difference. Many people fight for justice driven by hatred, by revolt, by the desire to destroy those who have done wrong. But you know that true justice doesn't work that way. True justice seeks to restore balance, not create more imbalance. It seeks to correct the error, not just punish the guilty. And this is a much more spiritually evolved vision. Your mission is to show that it is possible to hold people accountable for their mistakes without dehumanizing them. That it is possible to demand reparations without wishing to destroy others. That it is possible to defend the oppressed without becoming an oppressor. How many times have you seen situations where everyone was wrong, but some were more wrong than others? How many times have you realized that the truth isn't as simple as it seems at first glance? Well, it is. You have this refined eye for the nuances of justice. And the world needs it. It needs people who don't judge hastily, who don't condemn without hearing all sides, who don't simplify complex situations just to fit easy narratives. But be careful with one important point. Your quest for justice cannot paralyze you. Many Libras get so caught up in trying to see all sides that they end up taking no position at all. And so injustice continues to happen. Your mission isn't to sit on the fence. It's to use your capacity for balanced analysis to make fair decisions, even when they're difficult. So keep defending those who have been wronged. Keep fighting for a more just world. But always with wisdom, always with compassion, always seeking true balance. Mission number 7. To teach the value of healthy relationships and partnerships. The sign of Libra is ruled by relationships. You didn't come here to live alone. You didn't come to be an isolated hermit on a mountaintop. You came to teach the world about the transformative power of healthy relationships. And this goes far beyond romantic relationships. I'm talking about friendships, professional partnerships, family connections, all forms of human bonding. You have an intuitive understanding that no one evolves alone, that we need each other to grow, to learn, to become better versions of ourselves. And your mission is to live this out in practice. It's to show that healthy relationships aren't those where everything is perfect all the time. They're those where there is respect, honest communication, room for individual growth, and mutual commitment. You know that a true partnership is one where both support each other, but also challenge each other. Where there is complicity but also individuality. Where there is unity but not dependence. And when you demonstrate this through your relationships, you are fulfilling a very important mission. You're demonstrating a different model than most people are familiar with. Many people grew up watching toxic relationships, where one controlled the other, where there was unhealthy jealousy, where there was no true communication. And you're here to break that pattern. You're here to show that there's another way. But to fully fulfill this mission, you must first learn to choose wisely who you relate to. You need to learn to identify people who truly value the partnership, who are willing to build something healthy with you. Because there's no point in having all this wisdom about relationships if you continue to get involved with people who aren't on the same level of consciousness as you. So be selective. Be demanding. Because your energy is too precious to be wasted on relationships that don't nourish you. Mission number 8. Cultivate and radiate genuine kindness. Libra, you were born with a kind heart. And in a world that's increasingly harsh, aggressive, and insensitive, this kindness is a spiritual mission of the utmost value. You are here to remind people that kindness still exists, that selfless gestures still exist, that generous hearts still exist. But pay attention. I'm talking about genuine kindness, not fake or manipulative kindness. Many people confuse kindness with being nice, with letting others walk all over you, with not knowing how to say no. But that's not kindness. It's a lack of boundaries. True kindness is that which springs from a full heart, not from an empty heart wanting to be filled with other people's approval. It's the kind you offer because it feels good to do so, not because you expect something in return. It's the kind that doesn't diminish you, but rather elevates you. And you have this kindness within you. You are capable of treating people with kindness, even when they don't deserve it. Offering a smile even when your day is tough. Extending a hand even when no one has reached out to you. That's power. That's spiritual strength. That's mission. Your kindness disarms people. It softens hardened hearts. It opens doors that seemed locked forever. And all of this happens simply because you choose to be kind. But you need to be careful not to let this kindness be mistaken for weakness. There are people who will try to take advantage of your good heart. They will want to drain your energy. They will expect you to solve their problems. And you need the wisdom to recognize when your kindness is valued and when it is being exploited. Continue to be kind, but also be kind to yourself. Set boundaries. Say no when necessary. Protect your energy. Because you can only radiate kindness if your own heart is well cared for. And when you find this balance, your mission to spread kindness throughout the world flows naturally, effortlessly, without sacrifice. Mission number 9. To be a channel of healing through harmony. Every time you bring balance to a situation, you are healing. Every time you harmonize an environment, you are healing. Every time you offer peace to someone in conflict, you are healing. And this is one of your most powerful spiritual missions. You are a healer, Libra, but not a conventional healer. Not necessarily someone who will work with therapies or alternative medicine, although many Libras follow that path. You heal through your own essence, through the energy that emanates from you. There is a type of healing that doesn't require words, that doesn't require touch, that doesn't require elaborate rituals. It is healing that happens simply through presence. And you have this power. When someone is anxious and you arrive, their anxiety subsides. When someone is confused and you appear, clarity begins to emerge. When someone is in disharmony and you approach, balance begins to be restored. This is not imagination. It is real. It is energetic. It is spiritual. Your soul vibrates at a frequency of harmony, and this frequency affects all the people and environments around you. But for this healing to occur fully, you need to be in balance with yourself. Because you cannot offer others what you do not have within yourself. If you are internally unbalanced, your ability to harmonize the external is compromised. That's why it's so important that you take care of your own inner peace. That you set aside time to reconnect with yourself. That you seek activities that bring you harmony, be it meditation, art, contact with nature, or whatever works for you. When you are at peace, you become a beacon for those lost in the storm. And then your mission as a healer through harmony fully manifests. People begin to instinctively seek you out in their most difficult moments. And you, even without doing anything extraordinary, simply by being who you are, already bring relief and hope. Mission number 10. Integrating opposites and teaching acceptance of dualities. We've reached Libra's final and perhaps most profound spiritual mission. You came to Earth to integrate opposites, to show that light and shadow can coexist, that good and evil aren't absolute, that life isn't just black and white, but infinite shades of gray. This is the most challenging mission of all, because it demands enormous spiritual maturity. It demands that you be able to embrace your own contradictions without judging yourself. It demands that you accept life's imperfections without trying to control everything. You've probably already realized that you carry within you seemingly opposing characteristics. You may be extremely social, but you also need solitude. You may be super determined in some areas, but indecisive in others. You may be romantic and idealistic, but also rational and practical. And that's okay. This isn't confusion. It's integration. You're showing the world that we don't need to choose just one side. That we can be complex, multifaceted, and nuanced. And that's liberating. Your mission is to help people accept their own dualities. To stop judging themselves for not being perfect. To understand that having flaws doesn't make them less worthy of love. When you live this acceptance, when you allow yourself to be human in all your complexity, you give others permission to be too. And this is transformative. It changes lives. It frees souls trapped in rigid patterns of perfection. So embrace your contradictions. Accept that some days you will be at peace and other days you will be in chaos. Accept that you are made of light and shadow just like the rest of us. And in doing so, you fulfill the most important mission of all. You teach that being human is, above all, being imperfect and divine at the same time. So, my dear Libra, these are the 10 spiritual missions you came to this earth to fulfill. Each one is sacred. Each one has a specific purpose in your journey. And when you look at your life with this awareness, everything starts to make sense, doesn't it? That difficulty you had making decisions? Was it the universe teaching you to see all sides? That feeling that you didn't fit into extremist groups? Was it your soul protecting you from losing your balance? That constant need to be in relationships? Was it your mission to learn about true partnerships? Everything has a purpose. Everything has meaning. And now that you know these missions, you can embrace them consciously. You can stop fighting your own nature and start flowing with it. You can understand that your challenges are, in fact, opportunities for spiritual growth. I want you to reflect on which of these missions resonates most strongly in your heart right now. Which one are you already fulfilling without even realizing it? And which one do you need to start honoring more in your life? Because it's no use just knowing these missions. You need to live them. You need to embody them in your daily life. And I challenge you to do so. Starting today, commit to fulfilling at least one of these missions more consciously. Whether it's bringing more balance to your relationships, whether it's fighting for more justice in your work, whether it's spreading more beauty in the spaces you frequent. Do what your heart is asking you to do. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe now. Activate the bell to receive notifications of upcoming videos on spirituality and signs. There's much more incredible content coming to help you awaken your spiritual purpose. So tell me in the comments, are you a Libra? Which of these missions do you most identify with? Which are you already fulfilling in your life? I'm very curious to know. And if you know a Libra who needs to see this video, share it with them. It might be the little push they need to awaken to their purpose. Thank you for sticking with me this far. May you fulfill your missions with ease, love, and harmony. A kiss on your heart, and see you in the next video.